Here goes nothing. Those are the immortal first words to come out of the Daily Show. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show. For those of you that have been welcome before on a Friday, you know what this is. To those of you who haven't, I feel very bad for you. You can always get the show on demand. It's a windy day here in New York. Luckily, I've got product in my hair, so I'm still looking sharp. That's right, product. I live in New York City. You can't get around without product. Welcome to Sam Roberts Show. I'm hoping that now that the show's on daily, of course, for so many years, my hair has been such a valuable commodity. I got like a slight haircut a few months back. 2 months back, maybe. It was my first haircut in 6 years. And everybody was coming out to me going, Sam, you can't cut your hair. Don't get a haircut. I go, why not? They go, nobody's going to recognize you. That's how people know who you are. And I go, after 9 years, at that point, 10 years of being in broadcasting, people know me because I have long hair. If I can't get by on something besides my hair, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So hopefully, this will be what that is. Sam Roberts Show is now on every single day here on Opie Radio. Big thanks to Greg Opie Hughes, of course, for being a champion of mine for the last 10 years, since I started with him, making this whole thing happen. And, of course, Don Wicklund and Scott Greenstein and the Stengel brothers and everything. It was a large operation that went down to make all this happen. None of you even knew it was happening. It was a chess game happening for many, many months. And finally, it's here. If you want to be a part of the show, call up now, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969. You can call up. You can be a part of a show that will go down in broadcast history, the first daily Sam Roberts Show. For those that don't know, I've been doing shows for a long time here on this channel in various incarnations. I believe I had a show on High Voltage when it was High Voltage. I definitely had many shows on the Opie and Anthony channel. I definitely had shows on The Virus. I forgot that this channel was called The Virus at one point. And of course, I've been a fixture on Friday afternoons on Opie Radio. I've gone through many, many, many different co-hosts as the years have gone by. But this is the incarnation we land on, and this is the incarnation, the very first daily Sam Roberts Show. I've got a lot planned. I've got a lot planned all week. A whole bunch of people are going to be coming by. Nicole, of course, will be here. Who Kid will be here. Jesse May Peluso's coming into town for this. Paul Feig, who's the director of the movie Spy, is also directing the new Ghostbusters movies. He's going to be on the show this week. Tons of guests already lined up for this week. There may even be a certain channel personality that makes his presence known later in the week that's been very widely requested in terms of guests and guest co-hosts here on the show. I don't want to reveal exactly who that is just yet, but a lot to do this week, a lot to do as we continue. But today, I want to give you an example of what the show is going to sound like. This is Sam Roberts Show, and we are starting. Let's go to, I guess the only way to start is with Chris the Teacher. Chris, welcome. First caller on Sam Roberts Show in its daily incarnation.
Sam, thank
and the
you very
phones
much,
work. Man. This is what happens. And I'm going to introduce you guys to Paul. As the show continues on, I'll introduce you to Paul. But this is all we are, okay? I'm up at Lincoln Center. I'm not in the glorious 1221 facility right in the heart of New York City. I'm 5 blocks away from that. Slightly to the left of the heart of New York City, in Lincoln Center. I'm in a little studio. This is the first time I've been in this studio. I'm not in my home base. I've got one guy with me. It's Paul. It's me handling this, putting the weight of the world on my shoulders to bring you Sam Roberts Show, and it's Paul who's handling the weight of me on his shoulders while carrying the entire world, which is slightly heavier. Paul comes through in the clutch, and the first phone call actually makes it onto the air. Chris the Teacher, welcome to Sam Roberts Show.
It made it. Is it working now?
It's working.
Wow. Thank you very much, sir. I just want to let you know that I did stay home sick from work today. Good. Just to listen and wish you luck, because that is what my life has come to.
Well, that's it, and that's actually a realization that sets in. I have a buddy who's a teacher, and he was just a horrible, horrible person all throughout school. That's why we got along. When you realize as an adult that all your teachers were fucking miscreants, it really does fuck your brain up.
But listen, dude, I'm really proud of you, man, and continued success, and I'm looking forward to everything that you bring. And I just had this song stuck in my head, Chip and Sam Show.
No, thank you, Chris the Teacher. Roger, let's go to you.
Hey, Sammy, Brand Muffins, man, good luck on this new adventure of yours, but it's not a new adventure.
Well, it's an adventure that's not new, but has never been done for me every single day, so I appreciate that. Let's go to Chad in Wisconsin. What's up, pal?
Hey, dude. Hey, I was just hoping I would be number one, but, you know.
You're number one in my heart, Chad.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Hey, so would it be safe to say that you guys are in the left ventricle of New York City?
That's where we're broadcasting from right now, the Sam Roberts Show. Actually, there is no "the." I want everybody to be very clear about that. There's an apostrophe after Roberts because it's possessive. It's mine. And we are broadcasting live from the left ventricle of NYC.
All right.
All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later.
Congratulations on your show, pal.
Thanks, dude. Let's go to the first celebrity caller. Celebrity line lit up, and from the radio, it's Roland.
Sam, I think you buy us all lunch so we can eat and celebrate while we listen to you.
Well, am I going to buy you all lunch?
Yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not, but I appreciate the call. Let's go to Omar in Texas. What's up, Omar?
Hey, Sam. How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good. Just congratulations on your show. Finally, you got it.
Thanks, buddy.
And can I guess on your co-host this week?
You can make a guess, yeah. Later on this week, yeah, there's a channel personality that people have been requesting that he will be dropping by for a co-host tryout. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to bring as many different people on over the next few weeks so we can figure out who are going to be the regulars together. You're going to be a part of this, of course. If you're not calling up, you can tweet at NotSam, hashtag SR Show, and we can figure this out together, because over the course of the next few weeks, there'll be a lot of different people coming through here, and we're going to be figuring out who the regulars are. But yeah, there is a show personality, channel personality. You guys know him, I'll say very well, trying out for a co-host spot.
Anthony Cumia.
It's not Anthony. He's a current. It's a good guess, but he's a current personality. Larry in Massachusetts.
Prime time, Hollywood family sweetheart.
If you hadn't followed me here, Larry, I wouldn't know how to do this.
Sam, I have to go through the entire litany just to properly kick off this show, at least in my own mind.
That's right.
So it must be prime time, Hollywood family sweetheart, the effing journalist Roberts, professional broadcaster.
That's right.
World-renowned professional wrestling expert.
That's right.
And originator of the blatantly stolen Lonely Virgil concept.
That's right.
And while I wasn't number one, a number of your audience will probably think I'm number two.
They constantly tell me you are, Larry.
Well, such as it is, be that as it may, I mixed emotions today because while I am angered at how long it took for you to get this step, I am absolutely overjoyed that this step has finally been given to you. And just to say one more thing, Sam, before I bid you good day, it is about fucking time.
Thank you. Somebody said it. That's what I've been thinking for a long time. But once you're supposed to be humble once you get the thing. Let's go to Mike in Canada. What's up, pal?
Hey, Sam, Baby Cakes Robert.
That's right.
Are you going to take that battle-tested microphone of yours and reinvent radio today for us, pal?
Well, I'm going to tell you something. The hallowed halls of jazz at Lincoln Center, and I can tell they're hallowed because they've been here so long that all the logos still say XM. They haven't even been traded out with the merged logos. When I say that it looks like the facility has been here for a while, it's because it's falling apart. However, there are the ghosts of icons traveling through these halls, and with those ghosts, I will invite them in, and together we will reinvent this medium. I'm going to do that? I'm going to talk to Connecticut, and I'm going to talk to Long Island, and I'm going to talk to New York, and we're going to talk about roads and mom and pop shops and cafes, not chain cafes, mind you, local cafes. All right, buddy, I'll talk to you later. You got to stay with me on this stuff, people. Listen, a lot to get to. I get to all your calls. If you want to be a part of the show today, call up 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969 to be a part of the first ever daily Sam Roberts show. Again, windy day today. The rain was coming down yesterday, like late afternoon. I got an alert on my phone. The emergency alert went off. It's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And it said, at 6:15, flash flood warning. Stay out of flash flood areas. And I went, oh my God. I'm lucky that I live on the 3rd floor of this building. You know why I said that? Because 3 hours before that, I had watched the movie San Andreas. That's right, Sunday matinee. Still, I went to see the movie San Andreas with The Rock, and instantly, it was one of those things where, like, Saturday I was super busy, just working. So, I go to see San Andreas because I watched the trailer, and from the trailer, I could find the beginning, middle, end of the movie. I could write the script that appeared on the screen simply based on the trailer. I said, that's what I need. A dark room where I can turn my brain off and watch The Rock and earthquakes and fire and that chick who's in all that stuff, but I can never remember what. That's all I need right now. And to watch The Rock's massively well-endowed movie daughter. Holy shit. So I'm watching San Andreas. It blows my mind that I looked it up before the show. $54 million. Everybody went to see. I don't even think anything over Memorial Day weekend made $54 million. But somehow, this San Andreas movie, which was simply an earthquake movie, it's the same disaster movie that's been done since the 70s, made $54 million. And I was watching the movie and marveling at the fact that The Rock has got to be, Dwayne Johnson has got to be the smartest actor in Hollywood. Nobody is working on the level of The Rock, and I will explain to you why. All The Rock does is action movie after action movie after action movie. He's like, okay, Fast and the Furious 6, 7, and 8, and 9. That sounds great. I'll just do all those, and then I'll do movies that are similar to Fast and Furious, and that's all I'll do. Every time that you get somebody who's super successful at a specific genre, they fuck the whole thing up by getting bored of it, by wanting to be shown as something else. I guess it's like me wanting to do something that doesn't involve my hair. That's like me saying, well, no, I'd like to be treated as a serious performer, not just somebody who hasn't gotten a haircut in 7 years. Maybe my thing is I haven't gotten a haircut in 7 years. But The Rock's thing is that he's just an action dude, that he's fucking as big as a house, so dudes like to see him beat people up, and he's got that sort of ethnic ambiguity that women find sexy. It works the whole time. He's not a great actor, but he's a fabulous action star, so he's figured out that never leave the genre. You go through history, and you find these guys that have decided it's time for me to be taken seriously. Like, in comedy. That's what happened to Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey was on fire. Do you remember how on fire that dude was? He's doing Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura, and Ace Ventura 2, and The Mask, and all this stuff, and all of a sudden, he wants to be taken seriously. And what does he do? The Truman Show, which everybody's like, okay, I'm okay with The Truman Show. Then what? The Majestic? Then what? That horror movie about the hotel room that nobody saw? I think that's what it was about. What was it called?
The number 20.
The number 27?
23.
The number 23. 27's far more terrifying than 23. I would have seen that movie. The number 23. Somebody like Jim Carrey comes along, he's got it. They've given you the world on a platter, on a silver platter. Here you go. Everything you've ever wanted. And he goes, yeah, but you know what I really want is to be taken a little more seriously. And they go, no, Jim, no. I would imagine that those are the words that drive an agent crazy. There is nothing that is better business for The Rock right now than to just keep making horrible action movies that there's no script for. Like I can't imagine that anybody actually wrote the script for San Andreas. Like when I hear, like Akon, for instance, sing the song that's called I Wanna Fuck You, and the words to the hook are I Wanna Fuck You. I can't imagine Akon walking into a studio and writing those lyrics down and at any point saying, okay, I've got a finished song here. Look at this song I've written. I imagine it's just they've put together a beat, an instrumental track that they know is going to catch on. So Akon goes in, he lays it down, and he just kind of says whatever he wants over it, and they go, it doesn't matter what you say. As long as it rhymes and you repeat it, it's going to work. They're like, we have The Rock. We have the technology to set buildings on fire. That's all we need. Write whatever you want to write. It doesn't matter what the script says. There was literally a moment in the movie when the last line in the movie, and I'm sorry if it's a spoiler alert, they're sitting there and they're looking at a destroyed California, and there's a flag waving, and the chick looks at The Rock and she goes, well, what do we do now? What do you think the line was? I'm sitting there watching the screen and saying, if he says we rebuild, I want to light this theater on fire and watch them rebuild that. And you know what The Rock said? We rebuild. I'm going, what? What? I was literally watching the movie next to my wife and just pointing when the explosion would come and pointing when the thing would come. The whole thing was kind of plotted out. Like it's always been done. But The Rock's got a formula. He's like, as long as this follows the Rock formula, I'm going to be a millionaire. And he's a millionaire every single time. It never fails. Let's go back to the phones. Jim?
Yes.
What's up, buddy?
Sam Roberts. I'm trembling with excitement right now.
I would imagine.
I just had to call and congratulate you and Chip on getting the show. I know you guys have
listen,
been planning
Chip's not
for
here.
a long
That's a
time.
ridiculous call. Chip's not here. Hey, good news. Speaking of action stars, Jason Statham is on the phone. What's up, Jason?
Hey, Sam, how are you, mate? Great to speak with you this morning.
I'm good, Jason. How are you?
Hey, I'm excellent. I was actually just next door, doing a big show.
Right.
Figured, I heard you had your show going on, so I thought I might, give a call and see how you doing and wish you well.
I appreciate that very much, Jason Statham. Jason Statham, everybody. The second, first Roland, now Jason Statham. To say that this is not a big deal would be a gross understatement. But yeah, like watching it, I was like, I can't believe more people in Hollywood don't watch a movie like this and say, yeah, like don't overthink it. Don't sit there trying to create anything. Just go for it. He's got it figured out for you. It made me think. This is what the movie made me think. The Rock is a genius. And what on earth is Paul Giamatti doing? Paul Giamatti was supposed to be this great actor. And he is a great actor. He's great in everything. I mean, he's the fucking man. But he did the wine movie, Sideways. And you'd think, like, that was supposed to be his, like, okay, now we're acknowledging that he's a great guy. Now we're acknowledging that Paul Giamatti is Philip Seymour Hoffman status. He can do no wrong. He's going to be great for the rest of his career. He shows up in the San Andreas movie as an earthquake scientist, and I swear to you, I don't know how Paul Giamatti can sleep at night knowing that he did this. There was a point in that movie when he told the people that an earthquake was coming. And the people go, who should we call? And Paul Giamatti dramatically double takes and looks at him and goes, everybody. And I'm like, Paul Giamatti, what are you doing? I'm looking at the cover of Vanity Fair. Caitlyn Jenner. Oh. Is this Bruce Jenner? Is this real? Paul is showing it to me right now. Is that really him? It looks like Vanity Fair just tweeted out a thing that says Caitlyn Jenner poses for Annie Leibovitz. By the way, this Bruce Jenner is completely breaking my rule of just sticking to what you're good at. Be a man who runs track and you'll keep making a whole bunch of money. He's literally the opposite of everything now. But apparently, this says Call Me Caitlyn, and it says Caitlyn Jenner poses for Annie Leibovitz on the cover of Vanity Fair. Bruce Jenner, I thought for a second, what's the old chick's name from American Horror Story? Jessica Lynch? I thought for a second this was a picture of Jessica Lynch. And she's not bad for an old lady. Wow. If you go to Vanity Fair's Twitter, and we'll figure out a way to retweet that. If you go to Vanity Fair's Twitter, that's breaking, you can see a picture of Caitlyn Jenner. It's exactly what Bruce looks like. From Bruce to Caitlyn, don't they usually go with the first letter? Thought it would be like Brucina or something. Let's go to George in Manhattan. What's up, George?
Yo, what's going on? I want to wish you good luck.
Thanks, man.
Congratulations. I've been having a lot of fun, actually, hearing your wacky interactions.
That's right.
But in regards to the Jim Carrey thing,
yeah,
Jim Carrey was trying to pull the Tom Hanks. Remember, Tom Hanks was always a comedian. He was always a comic.
Yes.
And then he made that transition to more serious roles, and then he started going for the Oscar.
But
so that was what's going on.
Tom Hanks was smart, though. Tom Hanks realized that he needs a little long-term planning, and even though he was funny, he was never like ridiculous, over-the-top funny guy. Like, he wasn't, I'm creating a whole new level. Like, Jim Carrey was doing things where he was making faces and being just over-the-top, like not a person. Tom Hanks was at least still a person when he was being funny, so he could kind of transition into a person with AIDS as well, and you would believe him. Jim Carrey, I would never believe has AIDS because he's not a person. And only people get AIDS.
Only people do, Dave. But
That's right.
You know, it's kind of like the same thing that happened. What was the name of the movie with Robert Downing, Jack Black, Ben Stiller, Tropic Thunder?
Oh, yeah, Tropic Thunder.
Remember the comment that Ben Stiller made? He said, "Oh, you know, you can't go full retard.
Can't go full retard.
Little retard, exactly." So I think that's what Jim Carrey did. And then he tried to go back to the comedy thing and stuff, and then he tried to mix it up, and then he did that Lemony Snicket series of unfortunate events.
Didn't work.
Which was in the middle, and then, you know, he's just been a little, you know, obscurity. You know,
I mean, look.
I personally would hope that he would try to do an Ace Ventura 3.
I mean, Dumb and Dumber 2 was very, very stupid. So, but I guess it made some money. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did another Ace Ventura movie. But I think Jim Carrey was at least fortunate enough that he's made his money. So it doesn't matter. I can say whatever I want about him, and he'll be fine. He doesn't like doing sequels. Well, he did Dumb and Dumber 2 and Ace Ventura. That's it. Oh, yeah. But he went. Paul is telling me Jim Carrey doesn't like doing sequels. He doesn't like doing third sequels. He'll wait 20 years and do a second one. Let's go to Dave on Long Island. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Sammy.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, actually, it's Ohio, but, well, whatever.
Well, that's Paul for you. He's not great with the phone screening and the spelling. That I will tell you about Paul. He's great at getting a phone call on the air. But on Friday, when we were doing Sam Roberts' show, he put somebody up as Thad, whose name was Matt. Thad was the instinct. He was like, oh, he must have said Thad. So sometimes the instincts aren't exactly on fire, but, yeah.
But yeah, so The Rock has gone away from action. He did Gridiron Gang, and he did Pain and Gain.
That's the exception to the rule. Every action hero is allowed to do a kids movie. You're allowed to do kids movies. That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger could pull off Kindergarten Cop. It's not a problem to do kids movies. It's when you start to like branch out into legitimate comedy or drama or whatever it is. You can't do more than one genre for adults if you're specialized in a certain genre, period.
Okay, well, Pain and Gain was kind of like true story, based off a true story.
That's true, actually. Pain and Gain was good, too.
It was good.
Pain and Gain was good. All right, buddy. Well, I still don't know about that one. I mean, you know, it was part comedy, part action. He wasn't quite flipping over. Like, you didn't look at him as, okay, well, I guess he's done making action movies after this. Let's go to Snowy in Michigan. What's up, Snowy?
Samuel, how you doing, sir? Congratulations.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, may your first show be a masculine show.
I'm waiting for somebody to say it.
Yeah. Why used to talk about Paul Giamatti playing in that one role? He tried to mention a comic book movie playing Rhino in the last Spider-Man movie. That was a bit of a weird casting.
I didn't even bother watching the last Spider-Man movie. I haven't seen any of the Spider-Man since Tobey Maguire left. I'm not interested in seeing that dude that got ripped off for Facebook playing Spider-Man. He can't even beat Zuckerberg. He's not beating the Sandman. Period.
I prefer the Tobey Maguire ones to myself. But
yeah.
I had to check out the other one too. I'm a comic book geek. I had to check it out.
Yeah, man.
So, I mean, Paul's a little bit miscast in that movie.
He must be at a phase. I don't exactly know how this show business stuff works, obviously, but he must be at a phase where he's just doing stuff for money. Like if he's doing the second incarnation of Spider-Man within 10 years, and he's doing the Earthquake movie and all this stuff, he must be. James in Long Island.
Hey, buddy, what's going on?
How you doing?
Robin Williams was an off-the-wall, non-human, literally alien character, and he does both bounce back, funny, and very dramatic.
He's the only one who could do it. You're 100% right. If I had a prize, I would give it to you, but this is show number one. James, the exception to the rule is Robin Williams, and everybody wants that Robin Williams career.
All right, thank you. Bye.
All right, buddy, I'll talk to you later. Hey, Paul, do you know what these two phone numbers are to give to people? If I wanted to? Or do you not?
Not yet.
Okay. Yeah, I would say Robin Williams would be the exception to the rule, but The Rock to be this is Adrian from Opie and Anthony or Opie and Jim just sent me a text. He said, "Hey Sam, the Bruce Jenner cover just broke. I'm going to send you a picture of it." Sorry, Adrian. Paul was over here showing me photos of it already. We already talked about it. We hit it. Maybe I'll talk about it a little more after I get some of this other stuff out of my system. But the whole thing was San Andreas. It was so funny watching that loaded gun theory You know, in movies where you can't show a loaded gun in the first scene. If you show a loaded gun in the first scene, somebody's going to get shot by the end of it. I mean, the entire thing. It was just set up, payoff, set up, payoff, set up, payoff. To the point where they were doing things, like a kid picking up a laser pointer. They were doing things that had no relevance to the story except, well, this could come in handy later. It's like that Wayne's World scene where they talk to the limo driver and he's like, wow, that limo driver had a surprising amount of information. Let's go to Dan. What's up, Dan? Dan, you there? All right. No, Dan. Freddie in Tampa.
Hello?
What's up, Freddie?
It's not Freddie, it's Fezzy, Sammy.
Oh, hey, Fezzy, it's so good to hear from you.
Yeah, let's bygones be bygones. I want to be friends.
Well, all right. We could obviously it's you. It sounds like you. It couldn't be anybody else. We can be friends. Let's go to Dan in Florida. What's up, Dan?
Hey, it's Ben. It's Ben
Paul,
in Florida.
you are striking out left and right. You're working way too fast. You don't know who anybody's name is, Paul. You're making people feel bad. All people want to do. Hang on, Dan. All people want to do is call up the first Daily Sam Roberts show and hear their name on the radio and feel like they're part of the thing. And because you're rushing over there, you're getting everybody's name wrong. All of them. Dan, go ahead.
It's Ben. But, hey, let me just congratulate you, Sam Roberts. You're fucking amazing. I've been waiting for this day for a long time for you to get your own show. I'm so stoked for you. Now, you were saying that you were thinking about maybe having a co-host, and I know you don't want Chippa.
No.
But what have you got?
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin to be the co-host of the Sam Roberts show.
Well, a lot of people know that I was on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast a week or so ago. Yeah. I will say this. I would be willing to negotiate with Stone Cold. We'll see if we can come together on the same thing. I'm willing to negotiate, but that's about as far as I'll go.
Anyway, man, I'm going to let you go. You're awesome. You are a true professional broadcaster, and I hope your show is on for the next 10 years, and you're the next Howard Stern or something. Good
Thanks,
luck,
pal.
bud. You're fucking awesome.
Who indeed. Let's go to MJ in Houston.
Sam, professional broadcaster Sam Roberts. Congratulations, man.
How you doing, man?
You're the future. I'm good.
Thanks, dude.
I got the comedy equivalent of The Rock.
Okay.
It's Kevin James.
Right. Kevin James.
Does the simplest stuff.
You're so right on. Kevin James has never done a good movie. But, I can't think of one off the top of my head, but it's a formula. He gets it. He's not trying to do anything different, and I kind of have to respect him for it. He's like, there is an audience that will eat this. It's like McDonald's. People must come to McDonald's and say, don't you want to make food that tastes a little better? And they go, no, we don't. That would be slightly more expensive, and we got enough people eating this. People will come and line up. The minute we put chicken selects back on the menu, we'll have a line out the door. So thank you for your advice, but we're just going to keep doing what we've been doing. And that's exactly what Kevin James and The Rock are doing. It's perfect. It's perfect. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. I mean, although I will say, as I was watching this earthquake thing, the Universal Studios tour kind of ruined it for me. Every time the tectonic plates shifted and California started to be kind of torn apart, all I could think to myself was, and if you look up to the right, you'll see that an earthquake is happening. Watch your head, some water's coming down. And then that shitty fake oil tower comes down and it goes right over you. The Hollywood Backlot tour really ruined the entire movie for me. The whole time I kept thinking, now The Rock is he's gonna save everybody. Uh-oh, here comes some rocks down the mountain. Let's go to Jim Florentine.
Hey, Sal. Florentine, how you doing?
What's up? It's obviously you, Jim Florentine. How are you?
Yeah, great. I just wanted to call and make sure you didn't have any catch-up over there, 'cause you're not fucking 12.
No, I don't have any catch-up on the show today.
That's good to hear. Good to hear.
You were great on Louis, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very proud of that. I'm going to get the Emmy, for sure.
For sure. All right, thanks, buddy. Let's go to Craig in Connecticut. Craig!
Sammy!
Yeah, buddy.
I was at the 12-12-12 concert, and that Jeremy Piven is such a punk, right, from Entourage?
Okay.
He's the biggest asshole I've ever met in my life.
What did he do to you?
All right, I'm on crutches, and they sent me over. I wanted to get a hoodie without the zipper. So
like a pullover hoodie?
In the line.
That sounds like a reasonable request.
Right. So I go to the front of the line.
Especially if you're on crutches, you need your hands on the crutches. The last thing you want to do is worry about getting zipped up if it gets chilly outside.
This little faggot Jew boy, Jeremy Piven.
Okay, there's some slurs in there I'm not 100% comfortable with.
A boxing match.
Yeah. He challenged.
Can you get him in here? Is he going to be promoting it serious?
Now,
I'll come down here. I'll punch him in his faggot face.
Is it just, did he just give you a, I guess as you said, faggot Jew vibe? I don't understand. You haven't illustrated anything that he's done, and you've kind of just...
He said he was going to kick my ass because I cut to the front of the line.
Is that why you're on crutches?
He's a big man, and I'm on crutches.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you have a place to vent, though.
The tickets were $500, and I didn't want to get kicked out. I would have hit him in the head with the crotch.
Well,
so tell that little pussy I'm looking for him.
All right, Jeremy Piven, I know you're out there listening.
That's that Chippa. Yo, thank you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go to Mark in Buffalo instead. What's up, Mark?
Going on, buddy?
How you doing?
Oh, living the dream. Congrats on the new show.
Thanks, pal.
Hey, I don't know if you remember, way back in the day, Clint Eastwood, the Deadpool.
Deadpool?
Yeah, you remember that movie?
Like the superhero?
No, Clint Eastwood, the Deadpool.
I don't remember it.
Oh, well, then you're probably too young. Well, anyway, Clint Eastwood in the Deadpool, Jim Carrey played a rock star singing Guns N' Roses' Welcome to the Jungle, and it was a serious role. He was a drug addict, and he was the first one to die in the movie.
Was he good?
It was all right.
Yeah, he was all right. I mean, he's probably... I saw him...
Back, I mean, I'm talking like, I think this was even before, like, Living Color.
I saw, the minute you said he played a rock star, all I could think about was him playing the Chris Angel guy in that terrible magician movie that Steve Carell was in.
You should actually look it up. He's singing there, he's lip-syncing Welcome to the Jungle in the movie.
All right, I'll check it out. Thanks, buddy.
All right.
I just, he made the choice, and if he had stuck with the formula, he could still be making those movies now. The Rock, because The Rock's at the point in his career where he could be diverting from the formula. Right now, he's had so many successes with these damn action movies that he could be sitting there and saying, you know what, I need something else. This isn't for me anymore, blah, blah, blah. No. Instead, he goes, this is what's for me. Big news on the celebrity hotline, Nelson.
Hey.
What's up,
Sam? How you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you, buddy.
Hey, keep it up with this formula, and you're on your way to Marconi Award.
That's right. I believe it's true. I'm going to be a broadcasting Hall of Famer. Listen, we have a lot to get to today. We're going to be on for 2 hours. That's how we're going to start. We're going to be on from 12 p.m. Eastern to 2 p.m. Eastern. So keep calling in. Eventually, the show will be 3 hours long, I'm sure. Right now, we're going to do 2 hours a day. Keep calling in. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about today. Let's get more into the Bruce Jenner. We've met, what's his name, Kathleen? Caitlyn. We've met Caitlyn Jenner. She's on the cover of Vanity Fair, and that photo has come out. I would love to know how much money he's making for that. We're going to talk about that. There's a bunch of clips I want to play for you. I want to talk to you about the hip-hop beef that I'm in, apparently, with the rappers that hang out outside the SiriusXM facilities. So much to get to on the show today. Stay tuned, and we will be... What's this one right here? Yep. All right, we will be right back.
Sam Roberts Show. We'll be right back. Sam Roberts Show is back right now.
Welcome back to Sam Roberts Show. Historical. The first day of the daily Sam Roberts Show. Here on Opie Radio, I'm Sam Roberts. You've heard me in many incarnations on this channel over the last 10 years, really. It's been 10 years in the making. That's about right. My internship was about 10 years ago. This month, it's June. Holy Toledo, it took me way longer than I thought it would to get here. But the point is I'm here now. And so can you be. I'll be here every day. If you haven't heard the Friday show before, if you haven't heard this show before, I've been doing it every Friday afternoon for about a year. Go to SiriusXM.com/on-demand. and you can hear all the old shows there. You can tweet along with the show. My Twitter address and Instagram and all that stuff is @NotSam. You can also hashtag SR Show, as we always do. We got some very important people on the phone. We got to talk about Caitlyn Jenner in a second, but first, Keven Undergaro.
Sammy.
What's up, pal?
Hey, sweetheart. How are you, sir?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so excited for today, I'll tell you that much. You know, listening to you every Friday, I've been waiting patiently, I think like a lot of people, for this to happen. Are you beside yourself? Are you excited, or are you just too busy working?
Yeah, I'm working. That's what it is. I can't get excited because I actually have to do it. Like, if I sit there and get excited about it, I won't be able to actually do the thing. I feel like I won't be excited about it until like years down the road, where I'm going, okay, now I've accomplished it. You know, I'm not.
Reflect on a little bit, right? You're in the zone. I think you have to stay in the zone. But I say this to you all the time. Just to have a young voice in radio, I don't think a lot of listeners think about it. But how many young voices does Sirius really have? You know, all the guys that
good ones, none.
Amazing, none.
Just one.
Right.
Just one.
Just one.
Just Sam Roberts. For those that don't know, by the way, Keven Undergaro is the genius behind the AfterBuzz TV network, which is the most successful internet-based TV network anywhere on the planet. And he's also been a secret Sam Roberts producer for a couple of years now.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. As first and foremost, though, Sam, huge fan. And I'm just so excited because I'm a huge fan of talk radio. I listen to almost every Sirius show, and this is just such a new voice, and I think we need it in radio. You know, not to just blow you up right now.
Yeah, Jesus, no pressure.
I'm excited. I'm just so excited. So Caitlyn, Maria Menounos, my girlfriend, who also a Sam Roberts fan, would be calling in, but she's hosting online right now, and you broke the news faster about Caitlyn Jenner. She sends me a text like, "This is a picture. You can't send it out. It's not for anyone's eyes." And I said, Sam Roberts just already told the whole world about it, Maria, so you're a little late to the party.
And that's thanks. I got a good production staff. I got Paul here.
Nice job, Paul.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the picture right now. Did you look at the picture?
Yes. Yeah.
Annie Leibovitz. Yeah, Annie Leibovitz got this picture. I can't even tell that this is Bruce Jenner anymore when I look at this. He's all made up. She's got the long brown hair. She's in sort of like a 1950s Playboy bunny type outfit, like without the tail. And I mean, I'm going to say this just in terms of physicality. I think she would get it. I think she'd get it.
What do you mean, get it?
The dick from me. I think so.
Oh, I'm trying to be slow, the old guy here. Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you know what I'm noticing? The healthy hair.
Is you think that's real hair? She's got to have some extensions in there or something.
Extensions as well, but did you notice his hair got thicker? So he probably had some surgery, but then because of the estrogen, that promotes hair growth.
Maybe that's what I need. I need to inject some estrogen to get this, because, just to get the afro game tight up front, you know what I mean?
You do, yeah. You don't want to go Larry Fine.
No.
That would be interesting as well, but I don't want that for you.
I gotta say, people made fun of him when he first did it, but Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, was right on the money getting that trachea removed. The fact that she doesn't have an Adam's apple is big money as far as I'm concerned. Again, Caitlyn Jenner, formerly known as Bruce Jenner, on the cover of Vanity Fair. I just retweeted it @NotSam, and I scooped Maria Menounos on it.
You did. And by the way, can I now say something about this that I say to Maria all the time, and she doesn't want to hear about this whole situation?
Yeah.
I'm not at all undermining what he wanted to do and maybe always wanted to do. But I feel like there's a side to him that's enjoying scooping the Kardashians on attention.
Yeah, that's what he said in the Diane Sawyer interview, that this whole time they've been doing season after season after season of reality show and headline after headline on the fucking gossip rags and all this stuff. And he said all the while he knew that he had the story. And this isn't, Weekly World News or even Us Weekly or something. This is Vanity Fair and Annie Leibovitz. Like, Kris Jenner would kill to get this kind of coverage on any of the Kardashian girls.
Right. So it's kind of interesting how it all works, but, he has said, I'll be bigger. I think he said to somebody he thinks that that he'll be bigger than all of them.
He will. Now, he absolutely will. And you could tell, he's got that athletic mind, too. These Olympic athletes, that whatever they do, if they're going to do it, they have to be the best. Like, he's like, I'm not going to do any of the events in the Olympics unless I'm going to be a gold medal winner. And he's sitting here going, I'm not going to transition into a woman unless I got a kind of hotness about me. And he does.
I'm going to go all the way. Yeah, don't, and I think a lot of people have underestimated the competitive nature it takes to win all those medals. That's still in him. And I think that's why that's why he's more extreme about this than, say, someone else would be.
Yeah, I think he is competitive, and he knows that this thing, after this, nobody's talking about the fact that over the weekend, didn't Kim Kardashian say she was pregnant again?
Yeah, no, now that's pumped. Is that amazing?
The reason why I knew that she was pregnant again is because I was going through Twitter, and it was every single tweet. It was the same thing in Baltimore when the riots came out, and every other tweet was, somebody better call Omar, and the same joke over and over again. You go through these tweets, every single one of them. Everybody get ready for Southwest. Southwest is about to take over. Some guy, this is what really bugged me. It's one thing when people have to go for the hack joke and just do it over and over again. And I'm like, okay, it's whatever. It's just a person tweeting out something. They didn't realize that literally everybody on the planet thought of that joke. The one guy that really bothered me was somebody from USA Today. He tweeted it out. Kim Kardashian and Kanye announced that they're pregnant again. And this guy from USA Today tweets out South, and then he tweets out, God help us. And I'm going, dude, if you think it's such a terrible thing that everybody's talking about this pregnancy, why do you also have to make sure that you got the joke in about South? You're part of it. Right. When you say God help us, it's God help us from you, the people who keep saying South. You can't have it both ways.
Right. See, this is the Sam Roberts I love. Always the original take. But going back to, you know why? But you know why, Chris? Why Bruce or Caitlyn Jenner really wins in this whole thing?
Why is that?
It's that
because she's got breasts and she's always wanted breasts.
No, that's a very good answer.
Okay.
Very good answer.
Thank you.
But because the Kardashians, are very well known and very popular, but are not very well liked.
Right.
Bruce is going to be championed by, the transgender community, the LGBT community, the misfit community, and then anyone who even wants to hate on him will get stoned.
Yeah.
Think about that. He's not only going to he's trumping them in terms of popularity and what's trending, but also he will be supported. They're not necessarily supported.
No way. They're definitely not. People hate them. People love watching them because they're the last family that you could just destroy. And they love that Kim Kardashian and Kanye West hang out together because Kanye's the last guy that you can destroy. In the sort of anti-bullying culture that we live in, the only bullying that people will accept is Kardashian bullying. Nobody cares about that. But now that Bruce Jenner is trans and he's coming out in all his glory and he's wearing this like skimpy little thing, which is even more vulnerable, you can't not support him. You'll be outcast. Right. You'll be burned at the stake if you don't support this guy.
So who would ever thought that he would come out on top of all of this?
Kevin, as a guy who obviously works in Hollywood and has seen everything, you think that Bruce Jenner is fully aware of all of this?
Yeah, I do. I do think, yes. Now, Marie and I argue about it all the time. I'm not saying that that's why he's doing it, but I think that he's put the pedal to the metal on it, so to speak, because of this. He loves the attention, and I think it's part of it.
And he takes some pride in it, too. He takes that competitive part of him. Yeah. Even if he wants to turn it off, even if he wants to do it for the right reasons, that competitive part in him is just, when nobody's around, he's smiling a little bit, knowing that he's the most famous in the family. Mr. Olympia, Mr. America is back on top.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And Mr. Olympia, Mr. America, those were heroes, right? He was a big hero.
Right.
Now he's a hero again.
Right.
So that's why I think that there's a lot more to it. But it's just kind of amazing that we're witnessing this. Life is just full of surprises.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Like you taking over the afternoons. God, do you think all the other afternoon guys are nervous? I actually think they're not smart enough to be nervous yet.
Well, I was about to say, they're either nervous or stupid, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I don't think nervous because I think they're a little bit in their own little bubbles. But, yeah, I just can't wait because this is just the beginning. It's I cannot wait till a staff gets built around you and all those other things come together.
I got to tell you this. You talk about staff being built around me. Paul is running on all cylinders because I don't think Bruce Jenner exists at all anymore. The Bruce Jenner's Twitter has been changed over to Caitlyn Jenner, and all the followers have gone with it. It's verified. It's Caitlyn _ Jenner, and it's Caitlyn Jenner's Twitter. There is no. I don't know if there's going to be a Bruce Jenner anymore. I think we might have seen Bruce Jenner for the last time.
That's it.
Got 100,000 followers already.
Oh, wait, so he can't transfer over his followers?
I don't know. It says she's following 0 people, and she's got about 100,000 followers. And she looks like a brunette Jessica Lynch or Jessica Lange or whatever the actress's name is.
Now, Sam, just like you did Lonely Virgil, is there a way to do an offshoot of right now? Should we jump on something where it's Caitlyn Jenner SRS or something?
I was going to say I should start a website called Where's Bruce, and it's just everybody searching for Bruce Jenner and what happened. Where'd Bruce go? He's just in the desert somewhere, just kind of looking around. Bruce is gone. Where did Bruce go?
No, but I think you're missing the point. Like right now, it's the time we can jump on some kind of Twitter. Like, why can't we get the real Caitlyn Jenner?
Because
why can't we get an offshoot right now and scam some fans?
I would love to
pick up a couple 100,000 fans, right?
Here's the thing, and this is what I'll teach you about broadcasting. It is so terrifying to be a broadcaster in 2015 because I don't have any clout built up yet. Like, this is show 1 of The Daily Show, and all I need to do is do something as a joke that could be kind of inferred and twisted and turned around into being transphobic, and I am Like, listen to, like, we played a little bit of this earlier, but I want to play you something. This is a clip of a British soccer team having an orgy with some Taiwanese girls.
Oh, yeah, get this on the group chat. Oh, fucking go on that, though. Oh, let me fart in your face. Let me fart in her face. Have a fucking go on that, love. Fucking chew on that shit. Eat shit. Lick that fucking minge. And you. What are you doing? And you. Lick it. Go on, lick it. Come on. Lick it now. Lick that now. Lick it, you fucking slit eye. No, oh, you lick her. Lick it.
So they're sitting there, and they're doing all this, and they're getting their assholes eaten on camera, and they're supposed to be there. The funniest thing about the whole thing is that the soccer team was there on like a goodwill mission. It was just a publicity tour, and while they're there, they decide to film themselves having this Taiwanese orgy. Those guys are in trouble for the one guy who's off camera who called one of the girls slit eye. After they're on tape getting their assholes eaten and saying they're going to fart in people's faces and eat my shit and all this stuff, and people are outraged because one of the guys called one of the girls slit eye. You can't do anything racially, sexually, sexual identity based. None of that stuff is okay anymore. Nothing.
No, everyone's got the pitchforks now and the lit torches.
And I mean, they're right. As much as amazing as people have been so far today, calling in congratulations, almost every, like 99% of the Twitter feedback on me starting this show has been like, it's about time, congratulations, I can't wait to hear this, blah, blah, blah. It's been all positive. But as positive as everybody is about me doing this show, there'll be just as many people waiting, even people who don't know me, waiting to throw me off the air, because that's the culture we live in.
It's so funny. It's why Maria, doesn't love doing live or radio and this stuff. It's just nerve-wracking because of this.
Yeah, and especially Maria, who's got a whole bunch of stuff to lose. She's got real gigs to lose. Like me, this is it. Like, I don't have anything to lose. As long as I don't get thrown off the air, I'll be fine. Maria, like, she has E to worry about and everything else. She's got a whole brand to worry about. And the minute she says one thing that's misconstrued, I can't imagine the stress.
Yeah, you're done. It's done. Well, but you do have the same stress as well, because Maria's, at least she's diversified. You're somewhat diversified, but, I mean, we don't want to go into stories about your place, but look what's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really scary time. But you're pretty masterful about handling it. I tell you that all the time when I listen. I'm in awe of the jokes and stuff that you do that are funny and racy, but don't cross the line.
I try not to, Kevin. I try to be everybody's friend. That's what Sam Roberts Show is all about, being friends with everybody.
Remember the old quote, everybody's friend, but nobody's friend.
That's it. Yeah.
If you can, right? Lose if you must.
But
always cheat.
Always cheat. The reason that I'm friends with everybody is because I want everybody to know I feel exactly the same about all of you. Nothing.
Sammy Switzerland.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in, dude. It's great to hear from you.
I'm so excited for this. Thanks so much, Sam. Keep up the good work.
And call in literally any time.
I think you need to call me for the Hollywood. I can always give you the Hollywood scoop.
I love it.
I'll give you the real shit. I'm with these people every day, so.
And you're desperate to, that's why you'll be good, because you have to hang around these people so often that just the idea of finally getting to talk about the bullshit that you see must be so refreshing.
You have no idea the stuff that I deal with. And I literally sit there and I'm like, I can't even believe the culture out here, how it is. So, yeah, feel free to tap into it because it's bizarre.
All right, buddy. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, Sam.
Bye. Let's go to Phil in Yonkers.
Hey, Sam, from Westchester. Congratulations.
Thanks, pal.
Just wanted to mention about this Bruce Jenner and her choice of name. Caitlyn, I immediately thought it was going to be with a K because that's the Kardashian thing. But the fact that he chose the C is almost like, you know what, screw you. I'm moving on and I'm getting rid of all these Kardashians.
That's right. I won't have one K in my name. I even like black people. No Ks at all. I'll talk to you later. It's true. He's completely leaving behind Bruce Jenner. He's like, I'm going to be a woman that men would like to have sex with. And I'll bet you will find this is how competitive Bruce Jenner is, or Caitlyn Jenner is. I'll bet that one of her goals, he wants to be more attractive. She wants to be more attractive than Kris Jenner. And I'm going to tell you, I've met Kris Jenner in person. Maybe I'd fuck Caitlyn Jenner first. I don't know for sure. I'm assuming that at some point, the choice will be mine. Lilian Garcia, is that you?
Yes.
Lilian Garcia from WWE. What a surprise.
Surprise. I just wanted to call and congratulate you.
Well, thank you so much. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great, thank you. I came back last night and I couldn't be happier.
I know. I was watching you on Elimination Chamber on WWE's pay-per-view. Of course, Lilian Garcia is the ring announcer, and Lilian has been part of my various shows that I've done here at SiriusXM in the past.
Yes.
But yeah, you've been a ring announcer there for a while, and this is what I noticed about you last night that I was actually going to text you and tell you. I liked that you were announcing the Hispanic wrestlers in Spanish. I picked up on it.
Right?
Yeah. Who else is going to pull it off?
It's funny because I thought about that as I was looking at all the tag teams and everything, and I'm like, I used to announce Alberto Del Rio in Spanish. So why not announce those guys in Spanish? And so I talked to Triple H, and he was like, yeah, do it. That'd be great.
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, I was assuming that you must have talked to somebody, because that's not just something spur of the moment. You're like, you know what? I'm going to flip to Spanish and see if anybody notices.
Yeah, I think I had to get everything. I'm careful about making sure that everything gets approved for sure.
God damn it! Who told her to announce in Spanish?
It's fun though. It really is fun. Getting to use that was actually my first language. So
yeah,
getting to use that it's fun all the time that I can.
So are you back with WWE full time now?
Yes, I am. I'm in San Antonio right now and gonna get ready to head over to the arena and get on Raw tonight. So
all right.
Excited.
That's excellent. Well, everybody tune into Raw tonight, and you can hear Lilian Garcia announce as she does best.
Thank you very much. And congratulations again.
Thanks so much for the call, Lilian.
Sure.
I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
So many people calling in. This one's important. This one, it was a celebrity in my book. Ladies and gentlemen, somebody who's been with me from the beginning. This guy, here's who this guy is. The first caller, regular caller, I don't know if he's the very first caller, but the first regular caller on the Than and Sam show. Most of you don't even know what that is. That's how long ago that was. But Struff, you know exactly what that is. Welcome to the show, pal.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, dude.
Oh, wow. The phone's different. I didn't hear the little kind of sound.
Well, that's me. I said I need Sam Roberts' show to be different from anything else that's on radio right now. I need it to sound different. I need it to feel different. I don't want the callers to have any idea whether they're on the air or not. That was my request, and engineering was working on that minutes before the show started.
Well, they did a damn good job. Congratulations, even though I don't really know why I should be congratulating someone who I've been listening to for like 10 fucking years, but whatever, congratulations anyway.
You should be congratulating me. I congratulate myself on giving you that amount of entertainment.
All right, fair point. Now, speaking of San, any chance of getting him back on as a guest co-host or Eastside Dave?
I was actually thinking to myself, like last week, because I was, just sketching down some ideas and stuff that I could do over the next, weeks and months and all that stuff, because I got all this time now to do shit. And I was considering doing like a co-host week where, every day I'd bring back one of my former co-hosts and remind them that I have the full-time show. So I was thinking that could be, I think, entertaining for everybody, specifically me.
That would be pretty good. I'd get into that. That'd be cool. By the way, what time is it? I've been missing time checks for the past couple of weeks or so.
Struff, I have to go back into the lab and do a lot of deep consideration as to whether or not I will bring time checks to Sam Roberts' show. That was a pre-show, the classic pre-show bit that everybody enjoyed so much. I don't know for sure if I can tell you just yet, but thank you for the call, buddy.
All right, take it easy, man. See ya.
Talk to you later. Dave in Chicago with the question on everybody's mind. What's going on, Dave?
Sammy, congratulations, brother.
Thanks, dude.
So, how soon until the Stangles get Caitlyn Jenner in studio so Jimmy can hit on her?
Look, I'm going to tell you right now, if the Stangles are worth half of what they're getting paid, which everybody around the building is saying they are not. However, they have an opportunity here to prove everybody wrong and book Caitlyn Jenner. If anybody can do it, it's those Stangles. They have a way with the trans community.
Gotta happen, Sammy.
And I'm looking at this picture. Again, I retweeted it at NotSam if you want to follow along at NotSam and hashtag SR Show. But I retweeted Vanity Fair's photo at NotSam, and you can see what Caitlyn Jenner, the new Bruce Jenner, looks like. And there is no doubt in my mind that Jim Norton will have no problem with this woman. All right, I'll talk to you later. Let's go to Lady Trucker. What's up, Lady Trucker?
Good afternoon, Sam.
Good afternoon, lady.
Wow, it's amazing not hearing that.
It is, isn't it? It's revolutionary, and that's just one of the changes I've made here on Sam Roberts' show.
Yeah, I was trying so hard to be the first caller of the second hour, but yeah, congratulations, and saving those bits for your shows instead of Opie's has paid off.
Finally, right? Now I can do it without worrying.
That's right, because you're like, that's for my show. What are you doing, stealing my bits?
Yeah, sorry, bro. All right, Lady Trucker. Thanks for the call. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
You got to know when to cut it off, too. That's part of radio. You got to know when to cut it. Listen, I want to talk to you about what's going on between myself and the Filthy Brotherz. The Filthy Brotherz are a rap group that have become a staple on Sam Roberts' show, the Friday version, the weekly Friday version. They're a couple of guys, 7-foot-tall black twins that hang out outside our building. And they're there every day. And they're trying to get, not today because it's raining, but every other day. And they're trying to get photos with celebrities. And they're like, I don't know how they recorded this album, but they have some album. I think they recorded it themselves. And they try to get celebrities to pose with the CD. And then they claim that they've been co-signed. I've had them up to the studio twice. Apparently they're not happy with me. I'll get into that. And so much more when Sam Roberts' show continues. Let me go ahead and blame the board op on that one. Welcome back to Sam Roberts' Show. One of the many shows on Sirius XM where the host is also the board op. Yes, Sam Roberts' Show now daily here on Opie Radio. We start at noon Eastern every day. We go for a couple hours. I'm sure we'll be ending. We'll be at 3 before too long. Everybody's talking about this Caitlyn Jenner. What a fox. What a fox. Go to the celebrity hotline. Jonny Fairplay's on the phone.
Congratulations, primetime Sam Roberts.
Thanks, Johnny. The ultimate reality show villain. Of course, Jonny Fairplay rose to fame on Survivor after pretending his grandma was dead.
And my second claim to fame was the first caller on your Friday show.
Yes, you were. And one time we almost competed in celebrity boxing, but then the deal fell through.
Correct.
And
it may or may not have been fixed.
Right. Yeah. I can't remember who was going over. So what's going on, buddy?
Not too much. Just doing a little work. Just wrapped a film called Toxic Tutu. It's the mockumentary of whatever happened to Melvin the Mop Boy from Toxic Avenger.
Is this Trauma affiliated at all?
It's Lloyd Kaufman is in it. It was independently done by Mark Torgel, who played Melvin the Mop Boy, and his friend Joe Nardelli.
Well,
so
you know
I played the bad guy.
Of course.
And Jake the Snake, Jake the Snake's in there. The Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Valiant. So no, it's a fun thing. They're finishing the final edit now. If you want to check them out on Twitter, it's @Toxic22. And but enough about that. Once again, congratulations.
It sounds like it could be up for some kind of Academy Award as we move forward into award season. But I think or maybe a Razzie. Maybe that's the award I was thinking about. Yeah. But the reason why it's interesting is because I think on Wednesday, later on this week, Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma Films is going to be up here.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, man.
You're starting off with the big guest with the bang. There you go.
That's right. Lloyd, of course, if those of you who don't know, Trauma does all like the Toxic Avenger and Sergeant Kabuki Man, all the movies that Rhonda Shear used to play at midnight on USA. Those are Trauma movies. So
those that formed my childhood. Of what a true villain was.
Yeah, exactly. All right, buddy. Thanks for the call.
Hey, thank you. Congrats again.
Thanks, man. Let's go to George in Missouri. What's up, George?
Not much. I wanted to give you congratulations, Sam, on your new show. And I had a question for you and a suggestion for your co-host, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'd love it.
The question for you is, what's going to happen with your Friday show? Are you still going to do that?
Well, I'm going to do this show on Friday, so I will not be on at 3 p.m., I'll be on at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's just, this is the show now. This is what I do. I'm on every day at noon Eastern Standard Time here on Opie Radio.
Well, you got one of the funniest bits I've ever heard on the radio. So I'm looking forward to getting to hear you every day. And the suggestion for your co-host, I would love it if you could get Esther Koo. She is hilarious, and I think you guys would be a perfect fit.
Whoa, Esther Koo. Well, that's polarizing. Nothing wrong with being polarizing, but I don't know if Esther Koo is going to be the co-host. Now, I did a lot, as the caller was saying, I did a lot on Fridays. For about a year, I was hosting Friday afternoons here on the channel. And I met a lot of people. I tried to have as many people up to the studio as I could that were different, that hadn't been on the radio before, that I just came across in my daily life and thought, let's give these guys a try. That was the case with the Filthy Brotherz, a pair of twins who hung out outside the SiriusXM building every day and would try to get people to take photos with them. In the beginning, I didn't know what they were or who they were. I just saw them like a mutated version of the twins from The Shining. They would just stand outside the building wearing exactly the same clothes and just stand there. I don't even think they would blink. I didn't know why they were there. I sent an intern down to figure out why they were there. He said they're rappers. I said, bring them up on the show. Done. I don't even care what they sound like. Put them on the radio. And ever since then, we've had a relationship. Real quick, let's go to line one. Maria?
Hello, my love. Congratulations on your first day.
Maria Menounos. Hello, how are you? Thank you so much.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for making time. This is a very busy celebrity gossip day.
I mean, I know. I was just on Live for Me, and we were just talking about the Bruce Jenner picture, Caitlyn's new Vanity Fair cover.
Now, I was talking to your boyfriend, Keven, and he is adamant about, and he's convinced me on the fact that there is some part of Caitlyn Jenner that is being competitive and wants to kind of be on another level than the Kardashians.
Well, that's kind of funny because I was saying something similar at the same time on Live for Me. Was he watching me and listening to what I was saying and copying me?
Maybe, yeah. This Vanity Fair is a big, big deal.
Well, it's not that I think he wants to be competitive, but there was a moment in his interview with Diane Sawyer where he chuckled and he said, all these years, I was the one with the real story.
Right.
And you could just tell that he really liked it and he's really excited for this attention. His cover, Caitlyn's cover
right.
could dethrone Kim Kardashian. Kim to be on the cover of Vanity Fair was such a huge coup for Kim, and she worked so hard for it. And it was, it was a tremendous amount of work, and honestly, close to impossible.
How do you? What kind of work do you have to do to end up on the cover of Vanity Fair?
Oh my gosh! I mean, she's had to silence all the haters. She's had to become a fashion icon, and she's had to, she was an icon because of her fame, but she had to work really hard with the fashion end of it and just really gain the respect of people in that community and in that industry. And it's not easy because for a long time people would, laugh about them, make fun of them behind their backs, blah, blah, blah. But then they started seeing the power that she had and the power to sell, and these magazines want to sell. And so she ends up on the cover with Kanye.
Right.
It was that wedding photo that they did, that wedding photo shoot with Annie Leibovitz, and it was the highest selling cover of all time. So not only did she make it to the cover of Vanity Fair, she also just annihilated anyone who's ever been on it.
This is going to beat it, though. You think this is going to beat it?
Well, who knows? Because you just never know, but I would assume it will annihilate every cover for the rest of the history of that magazine. I don't think anything will beat it. And so now she'll be dethroned by Caitlyn, and, her pregnancy was announced today, and her cover of Glamour magazine's out today. So now they have another person that's taking attention away in a sense.
Definitely.
So it's not like, it's not like they're competitive in that way officially, but I'm just saying,
on some level, of course. I mean, this Caitlyn Jenner story is the only thing that's gotten people to stop tweeting Southwest jokes over and over and over again. Do you think that? Do you think Kris Jenner gets annoyed at all this because now that they're kind of separated and he's doing his own thing, Caitlyn Jenner is able to get this kind of publicity?
I don't think she's annoyed. I think she's just dealing with it and trying to come to terms with it. It cannot be easy. I know it's not easy. And, I've just been sending her a lot of love. And in fact, as I'm thinking about it, I'm going to send her another email now because there's no way that that's easy.
No, I wouldn't think so. What is a day like this for you? Do you like it when a story this big breaks because you're all over the place? Or are you like, oh my God, give me a break. I just want to have an easy day, not have to do a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. I love it. I mean, I think that we had a pretty slow news week last week, so it's nice to have something to talk about that's interesting and, the top of pop culture.
Yeah. What do you do? Because you're on you're always on the kind of discussion panel shows. What do you do when you realize that it's a slow week and you have to sit there and fill a half hour about nothing?
Well, that's when it gets a little difficult. But, there's always something to talk about, but this is just juicier and more interesting, and there's just so much more you can talk about. So,
and people actually care. I'm sure my mom's gonna call me later and say, "What did you really think of the Bruce Jenner thing? I don't know if it was the cover of Vanity Fair, maybe the inside. I just don't know if it's that big news."
Yeah, I love how she wants to know what you really think. You're not being honest with your audience.
Well, yeah, Maria, this is this is my on-air personality. The real Sam Roberts is very, very different.
So what did you think?
I said the first thing I thought was, wow, she's way hotter than I thought she would be.
I thought she was going to be hot. I could tell.
You did?
Yeah, I could tell from that Diane Sawyer interview. But man, I mean.
Yeah, I think she's got this Jessica Lange thing going that works.
Yeah. Oh, it's Jessica Lange. Shoot, I kept saying Sigourney Weaver like an idiot. I'm like, she looks like kind of Sigourney Weaver, but I couldn't figure it out.
And everybody's just looking at you from Alien?
Oh my God. I'm such a moron. I got the wrong person. You're right. It was Jessica Lange. 100% Jessica Lange.
Now moving forward, people will see you on TV this afternoon and tonight, and you'll say Jessica Lange, and they'll know it's because you were on Sam Roberts' show.
Exactly.
Fabulous. Well, Maria, thanks for the call. I don't want to take up all your time today. I'm sure you're very, very busy.
No worries. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And keep on keeping on.
I will. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, Sam.
Bye. Maria Menounos chiming in, and as if this wasn't enough, but people are like, Jesus, Sam, all the beautiful women want to talk to you. It's really incredible. Whether it's Maria Menounos, whether it's Lilian Garcia. By the way, update, this from @Jim I don't know about you, but I'd fuck Caitlyn. There it is. There it is. Black and white, Jim Norton on Twitter. That was the update. But all the beautiful women trying to get a hold of Sam Roberts today, and the fun just never stops. Lady Di?
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great, Lady Di.
Congratulations on...
Even in the voice, how can there be that much of a different when Maria Menounos is just on the phone, and even just to hear her voice over the phone as compared to your voice over the phone, nobody would think that you're even the same species.
Well, I mean, I am a female, so...
Are you, though?
I'm kind of like the same species. Anyway, so wait, hold on a second.
Of course.
All right, now, Bruce Jenner... Her new name is Caitlyn?
I know.
That's kind of strange.
You know what's even stranger? People are sitting there looking at these photos of Caitlyn and saying, you know what? Caitlyn is a beautiful woman. I would be intimate with Caitlyn Jenner. And you were born a woman. And that doesn't happen often for you. Yeah.
Knowing that she was born a man, you would be intimate with her?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at her. She's beautiful.
All right. Well, I see her on television all the time.
What are you talking about? This is the first photo of her. There's one photo of her at all.
Well, the photos on Twitter and everything.
All right,
like that.
Lady Di, I gotta go. This is. I don't want to steal Opie's bits. Is the only thing. Bye, Lady Di. I just feel I would talk to Lady Di forever, but I don't want to steal Opie's bits. As I was saying, the Filthy Brotherz. I don't know for sure if they're going to make a comeback. Before Maria called in, I was saying, by the way, if you want to call the show, 866-969-1969, 866-969-1969 to talk to Sam Roberts Show. You can tweet @NotSam and hashtag SR Show. The Filthy Brotherz, they're the rappers who hang out outside the building. They came up, it was the second time on the show, on the Friday show, when I was doing it weekly, and they got very upset because I was insistent on playing beats for them as they freestyled, and they really didn't like this moment. How about this? We'll do it a cappella.
Right.
And then maybe just slide a beat in under you. You won't even know it's there.
All right.
Okay. All right, Paul, you ready? Just slide it in under. We'll start a cappella, and we'll slide it in. It'll sound great.
Shit.
Trust me.
Spit some shit.
And we'll go. Okay, here we go.
Oh, the acapella? You ready for me?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Check it. Puffing on a ton of chronic. I'm coming through like a J train across the back of some of the projects to come on through. Marcy, get respect and then skate. If I hear a beat, I'm going to stop.
Especially a beat like that. What's that? It sounds like a xylophone or something. What is that?
What are you talking about?
What's that? That's a beat?
That's a beat?
Yeah, I thought that's a... you guys, it's from the 90s.
Oh, you see, Sam Roberts, he dissing us.
No.
He dissing us, right?
You see, it's from the 90s.
Nah, I'm the boss of my own decisions,
You didn't
man.
watch-
If I say I'm a cappella,
And if it's a beat, you got to throw in a Biggie Smalls like a kick in the door or something like that.
What do you
think
about this beat right
You didn't watch Rugrats? It's the 90s.
Nah, I'm not rhyming on that. All right, second.
Okay, let's start. I'm the boss of my own decisions, man. Well said. So after that, I put the video on YouTube. You can find it at YouTube/NotSam or NotSam.com. The Filthy Brotherz, they sent out a series of tweets. They wrote, and they're @Filthy Brotherz with a Z on Twitter, "We will never do @NotSam show again. I don't know why we didn't curse him out live on the air when we had the chance, but he can't fool us twice." That's right. I believe that was George Bush's famous quote. Then they tweeted again without any reply. They tweet constantly. I didn't reply. However, they did tweet again. "This idiot @NotSam," that's a little harsh of a description, but they wrote, "This idiot @NotSam put footage of us on air with @DJ Who Kid, but he only played the part where he was being funny with the beats. SMH, which children stands for shake my head, and then the word dickhead. Shake my head, dickhead. I can only infer that when they said dickhead, they were referring to me and my antics." Look, after that Rugrats thing, I did play The Love Boat for them and The Price is Right for them. These are just, I wanted to do things in hip-hop that haven't been done before. And so I thought this would really break ground. Apparently, I didn't know what I was doing. My guy Paul and his pal Adrian from Opie's show went out on the street and found the Filthy Brotherz the other day and got some audio because I wanted to find out. I'm like, did I piss these guys off so much that they're not going to do the show anymore? Listen to this clip that they got from the Filthy Brotherz.
What's the matter with Sam Roberts?
I don't got
Sam
no
Roberts
problem.
is cool.
He just doesn't. Sam Roberts is cool.
He's
I
a
much
cool
respect
dude.
to him for bringing us to the show.
He just did a few things that I didn't like,
but
I have no problem with.
He doesn't really know about hip hop, but I'll always give him props because he brought us up to his show.
I don't understand it. Maybe you call up 866-969-1969 or tweet hashtag SR show and you tell me what I'm supposed to do here. What I'm supposed to do. These Filthy Brotherz on one end are saying, shake my head, dickhead, which I won't do either of those two things to them. They're saying, shake my head, dickhead. They're saying, Sam's an asshole. They're saying, we'll never do a show again. And then when confronted by my guys, they're saying we got nothing but respect for Sam Roberts. I don't understand the position that I'm left in. I don't understand what I'm supposed to do with that information. Again, if you want to call in, 866-969-1969. That's 866-969-1969. Because here's the thing. Sam Roberts Show is a daily fixture on Opie Radio as of today. This is a big, big deal. This is the first show. And that's what I'm saying. If you're thinking to yourself, this show's kind of shitty but not that bad, that's only the first show. Presumably, it'll get much less shitty. Okay? That's the modus operandi of Sam Roberts Show. So what do I do? Now that the show's on daily, do I sit there and say, okay, Filthy Brotherz, I've done my part to turn the Sam Roberts Show brand into something bigger, and now I'm taking my people with me. For instance, Nicole and Who Kid and Katie Linendahl and all the people that have been a part of Sam Roberts Show as we've moved, your Sam Morrells of the world, your Jessie May Pelusos of the world, all these people that have been a part of this thing, I'm going to take with me, and I'm going to share my success. Do they deserve to be here? Because I'd like to share my success with them. I'm getting a note here. Paul, my producer, is saying they've got to earn a place here. And, you know, I thought that they had when they were rapping over Rugrats, but apparently that wasn't good enough. Apparently not. Let's go to Mike in Staten Island. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Adam?
Mike! You there, Mike? I think the non-sound effect on the phone is really throwing people off. I might have to reassess my entire strategy going forward. Mike on Staten Island, I'm giving you one more chance. Okay, let's go to Adam in Indianapolis.
Hey, what's up, Sam?
How you doing, pal?
Hey, do you think that Bruce Jenner will be offered a lot of money to do porn?
I mean, will he be offered? Yes. Brazzers will go, or Brazzers, or however you pronounce it, will go crazy offering him money. He's not going to take it. He's not going to do it. You know, he'll be back on a fucking Wheaties box in no time. You kidding me? You think Wheaties doesn't want a trans representative on the front of their cereal? I would eat Wheaties every day if there was a trans role model that I could look up to. But that's just me. Now you tell me, Adam, do you think the Filthy Brotherz should be back on this show? You heard they tweeted some very negative tweets about me, but at the same time, the minute they were confronted, said they had no problem with me. I don't think that I did anything wrong here. What do you think?
Well, I think you should just do like you're always been known to do, and that is confront directly face to face.
That's it. Bring them on here and confront them on the tweets.
That's right.
Maybe that's what I'll do. That's really not a bad idea. I'd love to get into a confrontation with those guys because I surround myself with people that are bigger than me. Let's go to Joe from Connecticut. What's up, Joe?
Sam, congratulations, man.
Thanks, dude.
Since I think you're a fraud, I decided to ask a obscure wrestling trivia question today.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not a fraud.
Who was the first member of the $1 Million Corporation?
Ted DiBiase, thank you for the call. It looks like I'm getting Us Weekly is reporting that Bruce Jenner's Wheaties boxes are selling fast online after all this news. This is incredible. This is incredible. It's going to be big. Let's go to Dan in Florida. What's up, Dan?
Hey, Sam.
I was wondering, now that you are revolutionizing radio as we know it, I was wondering if you are New York.
Not only am I New York, but I'm also New Jersey. I'm Connecticut. I'm Pennsylvania. I'm Wisconsin. I'm California. I'm New Hampshire.
Are you Sirius XM?
I am. That's the thing, Todd, that you need to realize. You're asking, are you Sirius XM? I'm dead fucking serious. And I'm coming for you. Guns blazing. And you know who else I'm coming for? You know, look at the clock. You know who else is on the radio right now. You know exactly why I picked this time slot. There is a radio war brewing, and I'm looking directly at you, Mike Francesa. Me and you, buddy. It's about time we had a showdown. I'm going to talk sports better than anyone's ever talked sports, and I'm going to do it without having to remind people every 15 minutes that I've been doing this for 30 years, all right? I've been doing it for 30 years. You want to call up here? You would call up here. I can actually work with my callers, okay? I'm not going to have the Mongos disrupt me. If anything, I welcome the Mongos. We got a lot to do still on Sam Roberts Show, and not a lot of time to do it. When we get back, you know, Jonny Fairplay calling up here, Keven Undergaro, Maria Menounos, Lilian Garcia. My first celebrity friend guest has just surprised me, walked into the studio, and we're going to hang out with him after the break. We'll be right back with more Sam Roberts Show. Man, oh man. Sam Roberts Show back on Opie Radio, Sirius XM's newest daily show. That's right. Hosted by yours truly, Sam Roberts. I've been around for years. You know me from Opie Show. You know me from the weekend show I did, the Friday show, the pre-show, the post-show, whatever it is. It's all culminated to this point. You want to hear Sam Roberts, you turn on your radio right around noon Eastern Standard Time every day. And you're going to get yourself a brand new live Sam Roberts Show. Of course, the show is always on demand at SiriusXM.com/on-demand. And you can find everything that we do in the studio at notsam.com. You can find it at notsam on Twitter. YouTube.com/notsam. There's more photos of Caitlyn Jenner coming out. I hope Maria Menounos is listening because I'm giving her another scoop. More photos of the Vanity Fair spread. And boy, is it a spread. Of Caitlyn Jenner. Well, we've been taking, yeah, no, I'm right. First of all, she definitely has breasts. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And they're good. They are real, and they are spectacular. I would recommend you all check this out, and I retweeted a little bit ago, if you go to twitter.com/notsam, what the cover photo looked like. I've taken all these phone calls today, whether it's Maria Menounos, whether it's Lilian Garcia, Keven Undergaro, Jonny Fairplay, all these people calling up to congratulate me. And my first television show business friend to find his way into the studio. You found your way all the way to Lincoln Center. Ladies and gentlemen, from American Ninja Warrior, Matt Iseman is here.
Sammy!
What's up, Matt? How you doing?
I got to say, first of all, I think I speak for all the longtime fans of Sam Roberts. We'd all like to say congratulations.
Well, thank you.
On getting your own show. It only took 10 years.
Is that regular? I mean, you have a television show.
Yeah.
Is it normal to take 10 years? Is it supposed to take 10?
Not at the same place.
No.
You're waiting, where they pretty much made you a janitor.
Right.
They dared you to quit, but you said no, Sam.
That's right.
You stuck it out, and now it's paying off.
I'm a dream and an inspiration to everybody out there. Actually, most people should quit. If you find yourself in my position,
you're a horrible life story. You should have quit you should have stood up for yourself a long time ago.
Yeah.
But now you're in the spacious studios.
So you've never hustled for 10 years in one spot, just saying like, no, I think it's going to happen. I think they're going to do it. They said they like me.
Well, stand-up comedy is the same thing, where it says 10 years to be an overnight success.
Right.
So look, we all heard those early Sam and Dave shows. You weren't ready. Let's be honest. I mean, we laughed, but you weren't ready for your own show.
Right.
And I think, between the podcast, you've been in the minor leagues for a long time. You're you're the old man now, finally getting a shot to be the fresh young voice of radio.
That's right. And by the way, luckily, there have been no other fresh young voices of radio as I've come. So at 31, I'm still the fresh young voice of radio.
How is Who Kid going to come over here, though?
Who Kid can't even get to the regular studio on time.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
you're really you're standing on your own, Sam.
Well, I'm ready for it. Sam Roberts Show. Radio. There's no the in it. There's an apostrophe, though, which is possessive. It's mine.
It is yours.
And I'm ready for it.
Well deserved, though. I will say that. It's been a long time coming, although I'm not sure how Opie let you go. You're his little whipping boy. Whenever he got in the barrel, he would always quickly direct it to you, the easy target.
No, you're right, and that was smart, and I always respected him for it. But why I'm okay with that is I look back on it and I go, okay, what did Opie? Yeah, Opie has let me go, and some people would be like, yeah, but you were Opie's guy for so long, and blah blah blah. And I go, yeah, but in order for Opie to let me go, he had to get two guys who were both head writers and executive producers of David Letterman's show.
Yeah.
Just to replace Primetime.
I know.
Okay?
Right? And Sex Bagel.
Sex Bagel's still there.
Oh, that's true.
Sex Bagel's still hanging out. He's still doing his Sex Bagel thing.
What are those guys doing, though?
Nothing.
I mean, working with Opie and Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, they go from David Letterman to Opie and Jim.
Well, what they've decided to do is like this. Like, I'm taking a noon time slot in, like, a rinky-dink studio in Lincoln Center and turning it into something spectacular. The Stengel brothers are saying, you know what? Yeah, we've worked on TV. Let's dip down to radio, but go for the most iconic show in the history of radio and bring it up.
Well, what always amazed me is you'd assume those guys were working hard. They were always live tweeting the show.
Who?
The Stengel brothers. Well, but the Opie and Anthony, and then Opie and Jim.
Oh,
they were always interacting with the show like they were listening. I'm like, are these guys supposed to be writing a top 10 list or something? I mean, if Letterman had looked at their Twitter, he'd be like, why am I paying these guys?
Yeah, I thought you meant they were live tweeting the show they were working for. You mean they were live tweeting our show?
Your show.
Yeah.
and it amazed me. I don't think they actually came into work. I think they just were like, Dave's going away.
Yeah,
we don't want to hang around with our families too much, so we'll just come in here and mess around in the morning.
That's a great point, because I would always yell at the rest of the staff on Opie's show whenever people would tweet personal stuff while the show was on.
Right.
I go, don't use your Twitter while the show's on. It looks shitty, because then people will know that you're not working on the show.
Opie's always tweeting during the show.
Well, that's Opie. I don't have any
rules
jurisdiction.
Don't apply to Opie.
No, that's a whole different set of rules. But then I'd go on Twitter and I'd be like, yeah, like you'd never see Letterman's guys do.
Right.
Oh, maybe they are. Maybe that's a bad example then. But I'll tell you this: Conan's guys don't tweet about us.
No, they don't.
No, they're professional.
Right.
But yeah, I mean.
So wait. So how is this going to work here logistically? Are you going to go there? Is this it? Are you freestanding? Are you now when you go there? Is it a special guest appearance, or
I mean,
I don't. The mornings over there and then commuting here.
I don't know. Basically, what happened was this whole thing came up to me. It's not like when you got American Ninja Warrior. I'm assuming that somebody created the show, pitched the show. They said, I got this great guy for a host. You came in and auditioned. Some powers that be said, we like that guy as the host. And you signed a contract, and you're like, okay, I know. I'm the full-time host of American Ninja Warrior. Is that correct?
Pretty similar to that, yeah.
Right, something like that. For me, it was the bosses came to me and said, we want to do something with you. You're ready. We want to put you on the air every day. And I said, well, great. I've only been
10 years.
Yeah. This isn't your idea.
I've been
first
chiming
of all.
in trying to be funny for 10 years. Now you notice me.
Right. And it's like, I hadn't thought of that. Like, every day,
really?
huh?
Really?
I didn't even know that was an option.
I'm working here for barely enough money to keep my wife happy.
Right. Which has gotten to the point that it's not a money issue anymore. It's just not happening. But
Wisconsin.
But
900,000 people though over the course of
Paul, I'm hearing some other shit in my headphones right now. What did I just hit? It's a different radio show, and it's not as good as this one.
This is your E-Rock?
Do you hear it?
There is
over there, Paul? Yeah.
It's spaced.
So what do I got to turn off?
Here's something that's happening.
What if I turn off this? Boom. Look at that, Paul. That's called Sam Roberts doing your job. Do it again. I'm going to turn it on. See? Turn it off. First of all, that show sucks. I got no competition. Listen to this.
I want to say.
This is, Matt, this is what...
June 13th through 14th is the Big Apple Barbecue Block Party.
Oh, yeah.
Big Apple Block Party.
I've been there one time, and it's crazy.
I've been there one time.
This is like the Schvetty Ball skit on SNL. This is terrible.
The best.
You mean there are other channels on Sirius XM other than 103?
Not anymore.
Right?
Not after I'm here. Everybody's fired now because that's the competition. I don't know why that's coming. I hope that doesn't affect us ending the show.
By the way, these are great headphones. Did you get them from a United flight? But this is awful.
It does.
Is this why Jimmy's always complaining?
It looks like they.
God.
It looks like they pried the headphones out of a helicopter helmet.
Priced my first headphones. These are awful.
What happened was they said, "Okay, Sam, we want to do something with you. We want to put you on every day. We think you're ready. We like what you're doing, and you're the future." That's what they said. bosses said that to me.
Right.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was in bizarro world.
Right.
Because I've been going for 10 years trying to get somebody to acknowledge that.
Right.
Nobody would. Finally, they acknowledged that, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So then it became this process of like, you know, what are we going to do in terms of your impact on Opie's show? How's Opie going to feel? And I was like, Opie's been championing me for, you know, years. Opie's going to be very happy about the fact that you're finally there. But, you know, we also need...
Is this Greenstein? Who is this?
Greenstein was saying this.
Yeah.
Yes, Scott Greenstein said it. It was he's the one who came to me and said, this is a thing. And I was like, amazing.
Did you look around for cameras?
I swear to God.
Thinking Opie was going to come out and go, 10 more years, Roberts.
Oh, that's what you want,
Back to the corner.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to, like, I was waiting for a bucket of pig's blood to fall over my head. Like, they're all going to laugh at you. So I go, okay, no, that's great. And I started talking to Opie about it, and that's when we started to devise a plan of you know, getting some people who could take some of the creative weight for his show off my shoulders and do all that. But where we're at right now is just like, I think, are we on the air?
Yep, we're on.
Are you sure? Because it says the app is out.
I just texted it.
Okay, and we're still good?
The Sirius XM app is the worst.
Yeah.
They want
because this show is still on in the thing.
I mean, I'm glad you got your own show, but they should take this money and put it into upgrading their app. Let's be honest,
You think
Sam.
so?
I mean, I'm happy for you.
Well, yeah, and it's been a thing of like, where now that I'm on the air, I'm just jumping into a studio and starting this show. You know?
Yeah.
Like, so it's not so... okay, here's the outline, here's what you're going to do, here's what you're going to do for Opie's show.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
Well, you are a professional radio broadcaster,
Well,
saying, I mean, Primetime Roberts.
That's right, professional broadcaster, but you're also a professional broadcaster. You watch guys do ninja tricks all day long.
Absolutely. It's
fantastic. Amazing.
It's the greatest job ever.
I was watching, I was on Twitter. What'd they say on the phone? What'd they say, Paul?
Seems too low.
Oh, well, don't worry about that fucking thing. I just, as long as we're on the air. And the fact that they think the mic's too low means they can hear you, which is great.
Oh, that is
They can
good.
hear us.
All right, good. So, I saw on your Twitter that you were down at the Today Show this morning. They set up a whole...
Your buddy Willie Geist wasn't there. It was Matt Lauer. It was the A-Team.
Oh, you had to...
I had Matt Lauer.
You had to deal with Matt Lauer?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Who was riding the Ninja Obstacle Course? Because American Ninja Warrior is like a big-time stunt show. It's like Most Extreme Elimination Challenge.
Very good.
If it wasn't a goof.
Right.
Like, it's like real, like, you have to be a ridiculous athlete. You know, you're going through insane obstacle courses, monkey bars on monkey bars on monkey bars.
I think it is one of the most difficult physical challenges. Something you could appreciate, being the athlete.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, it was cool. We actually had Casey Catanzaro, the little 5-foot-tall girl who was our breakout star last year.
Right.
She was down there along with Drew Dreschel and James the Beast McGrath, some of our breakout stars. We brand them like WWE.
Right.
Hashtag the Beast. Hashtag Vampire Professor.
Yeah, and we own your name, by the way. We're selling T-shirts.
We're not quite that bad, but close. So we had them out. But tonight, it's cool. We premiered last week. We did well. We actually won the night on Monday night. So
wow.
Tonight, this is something that I'm sure your listeners will appreciate. It's actually two of the most emotional stories we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Like, literally, we had these runs happen. We had a guy who came in whose wife has Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, this incredibly rare disorder that causes joint degeneration and organ failure. And she's terminal, probably less than a year to live. And her husband had to quit his job to take care of her, began working out because he was having to carry her, became a fan of American Ninja Warrior through his workouts. She says, go compete on the show, do something for yourself. So he comes out, she's on the sidelines in her wheelchair with their two daughters as this guy's going through the course. And he's like, I just want to see my wife smile. And she's going along, smiling and crying. And it's one of those moments where I was getting chilled. I was crying up there.
You were?
I was pissy-eyed. I was getting pissy. I know.
You big pussy.
It's awful, but it's I mean, you know, your fans will. It's a pretty sincere show, so I'm sure they'll have lots of.
Right.
You know what? We just want to feel some emotional stuff and really have a nice, honest moment here, and not call someone.
Right. That's what people are looking for. AIDS, as it were.
I didn't want to say it out loud, but thank you. Wait, I'm representing NBC. I can't say that.
That's right. Did you see when you were at the Today Show? You run into Tracy Morgan at all?
So,
by the way, I didn't mean Tracy. I'm sorry I used the phrase run into. Didn't mean it. It was something else. I just meant in the colloquial sense. We're not going to talk about that. The truck thing I remember from before with Walmart and the injury and why you haven't been around. So, I feel like that's been covered, and we can move forward.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to when he got hit by a truck.
You handled that well.
Thanks.
He was there, and the interview, it was pretty, he broke down. Did you
see him?
He was there, he was right before, actually a couple hours before us, but I got there right in time for his interview. And, I mean, there's a guy who you just, you've seen and just be absolutely ludicrous, and it was really disarming seeing this guy so vulnerable, and I think still so impacted by the accident and everything that's come from it. So it's one of those things when you see someone like, okay, he's gonna break and go, I'm gonna get you pregnant at the end, and he didn't, and you're just like, it's hard seeing when he's like, no, I'm really hurt by this.
He didn't even pluralize Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
All I was waiting.
Matt Lauers. I know. This is one of those ones Opie will watch and cry and then come in tomorrow and go, he was lame. Try to pretend he doesn't actually have feelings.
He'll just hold his children and cry.
Yeah. It was really sad. It's sad to see, and to think this guy, may never be, well, obviously will never be the same, but.
Have there been any injuries on the American Ninja Warrior show?
We actually, in the last week, we had a guy, shockingly few injuries. I will issue that caveat. I mean, literally, we've had thousands of people on the course. We've had probably less than 10 serious injuries. But last week, we had a guy trying to do the tilting table where you run across a table that rotates with pylons on it. And he slammed his knee into the landing platform, shattered his tibia in 3 places, and tore his PCL, and continued to compete. Continued to try to go on it, and may not have been the best thing for his knee, but it was one of those things.
Did it get worse?
Well, the diagnosis was pretty bad in the end, so it's unclear he might have done further damage, but it was one of those things where again, like, I get a sore throat, I'm like, I need some time off, and this guy's destroyed his knees. Like, I'm going to continue to compete.
Before we shoot the opening, is there lemon tea?
There's lemon. I get very. It's dry air here. God damn it!
What kind of contract do these people have to sign before they go on?
Ironclad, yeah.
Because you can't
We had a guy who last year on the course blew out both his Achilles tendons. And
oh my God!
Came back to compete again.
What?
What are you doing?
That's on Oz.
Right.
That's what they did to that guy. One of the prison guards was a basketball player, and they fucking sliced the shit out of his Achilles tendons. No more basketball.
No mas.
No mas.
Yeah, you're not getting a good surgical repair there.
No. He got revenge, though. He ended up being a prisoner instead of a prison guard.
Oh, God. Oz is one of those shows that has really kept me on the straight and narrow. Like, I think I'm a pretty moral person, but when you see that, it was always the guy who got drunk.
The Tobias Beecher?
Yeah, the Harvard lawyer guy, where he's like, I was just a good guy, got drunk and killed someone, and now I'm in prison for the rest of my life.
Right. And I have to, like, sharpen my teeth so I can bite off people's dicks.
Yes. That's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'm going to stay on the straight and narrow.
And I know, me personally, I have no survival instincts whatsoever.
Your teeth, I don't even know if you can sharpen those.
I don't think so.
You're not biting anything.
No, they're nubs. You guys have a prison radio station? Maybe I could do if you guys like to laugh, or...
You just be the little puppet. You be the cute one.
Yeah, except...
Put my hand up your ass.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's where they'd be making my mouth move.
And then Jim Norton's hearing this, he's going, I gotta go to prison.
So what'd you think about the big, I guess the, Kathleen, Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah,
Did you see the photo?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. I actually thought, Bruce had really been looking different, I would say charitably, in the past few years. And she looks great.
She does, right?
Granted, you have Annie Leibovitz taking the photo of you.
Yeah.
And at first, when it said Caitlyn Jenner, and I pulled it up initially, I was like, oh, that's actually... I guess this is like Kylie and Kendall's
aunt or something.
Sister. No, I thought it was like maybe a sister, because I don't have great eyes.
Oh, Matt, you're so charming.
Stop it.
You didn't tell me you were going to invite your sister.
She doesn't look bad. She looks like she's got a decent rack.
Yeah, that's the word.
Say that? I think that's a medical term.
Nice titties.
Yeah, nice titties.
Yeah.
So, I got to say, that interview, though, was shocking. I'm not a huge... follower of the Kardashians, but that interview,
really?
my favorite line, which is something that I hope everyone took from it with that interview with Diane Sawyer, was when Bruce said, Bruce at the time said, you got to keep your sense of humor about this. Which to me was like, okay, it's okay to joke about this.
Right.
Which I thought was a really important message for comedians and people who do radio shows. That, again, it's hard. You don't want to say anything inappropriate, but clearly the guy has a sense of humor.
I was talking about it earlier. You hope he's got a sense of humor, because there's also always that thing where it's like, okay, he's got a sense of humor. How far does it go?
Right.
How far? Well, listen, we're running out of time. Matt Iseman, thank you so much for stopping by, dude.
I like to say, I will be your Bill Murray, your first celebrity guest. 30 years from now, Sam.
Yeah.
I'll come back, jump out of a cake.
First in-studio guest, Matt Iseman. Who would have thought? And it was just because you were coincidentally, like, I got a message from you last night.
I had to ask you, hey, can I call your show?
Like, yes, dude. Yes, of course.
People are pounding down the door. No, congratulations, Sam. I'm honestly happy for you.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out. Thanks to you and to Maria Menounos and Lilian Garcia and Keven Undergaro and Jonny Fairplay and all the regulars, Struff and Chris Batista and Lady.
A lot of love.
It's been a blast. We'll be back tomorrow. Here's what I got tomorrow. Paul Feig, who's the director.
He was over at the Fishbowl today.
Yes.
With the cast. Yeah.
Yes. He'll be coming on here.
You're getting him?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Sammy!
Yeah, that's right. He's number 2.
Wow.
That's right.
You remind him of that, too.
That's right.
You tell him Matt Iseman was here first.
You're number 2. Next time, Matt Iseman. Paul Feig will be here. He directed the movie Spy with Melissa McCarthy. He's also going to direct the new Ghostbusters movie.
Wow. Did Bridesmaids.
Created Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
A lot of people give Judd Apatow that credit, but he created it, at least created it with him. I think he's billed as the creator of that thing. But he'll be on the show, and I believe DJ Hookin and Jesse May Peluso will be here too.
Wow.
So a lot going on tomorrow. Thanks for rolling with me today. Thanks to Matt Iseman. Thanks to Greg Obie Hughes for championing this thing through over the years, and actually we actually saw this thing through.
Yeah,
this is pretty
he's
amazing.
Here in spirit, man.
He is. He is. He's absolutely, and I'm sure he's listening. And I'll see you all tomorrow. The show's on demand at SiriusXM.com on demand. Goodbye, everybody.
You've been listening to Sam Roberts Show.
That is a true statement.
If you missed a moment, listen back on demand at SiriusXM.com/on-demand. And stay up to date with the Sam Roberts universe at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.com/notsam, and notsam.com.